Y'all, what's up? I'm Amy, aka the Piscean Seer, and this is one of your daily collective messages. Like, and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you so very much to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment. It is always and forever going to be loved and appreciated. God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, cosmic guides, all beings of the highest and purest white light only, with the best interest of me and the collective at heart. You are always and forever welcome into my readings, okay? Please give my wonderful, fabulous, and amazing Piscean Seer family the best and most accurate information for them at this time. Hello, my beautiful lovers. How are you guys doing? Okay. Hope you guys are having a fabulous day. Okay. Welcome to the new subscribers. Okay. Welcome back to my beautiful subscribers who are already here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Thank you so very much for coming, and thanks for coming back. Okay. It means the world to me. So this is an Isis message. Okay. So I heard proud underdog. Okay. And underdogs always come out on top. Okay. So you might look like the underdog, but I think a lot of people in your past have done a lot of things, a lot of tampering with your loving energies and just with your life, okay, with the Six of Cups. A lot of people have been doing a lot of things, holding grudges against you and trying to stop you from receiving abundance for the longest, okay? Like, these people don't want to see you make no kind of passionate movement forward with the Ace of Swords and the Six of Wands, okay? Like, somebody wants you to feel like, oh, you're the underdog and you'll never be successful, or you're not doing things right and you should just stop making passionate movement forward because, you're doing it all by yourself. And if you're doing it all by yourself, then obviously nobody supports it or nobody approves of it. And I see 144, okay? I feel like you just don't need nobody's fucking approval. You're not looking for nobody to validate what you do, or like, I feel like you're happy right where you are. You're not really tripping off of nothing, okay? And that's a really good place for you to be at. I feel like you're going to end up coming out on top anyway. You always do, because people always try to deal with you in like a sneaky, underhanded kind of way, People could always be trying to, I don't know, attack you behind your back or some bullshit like that to make sure that you don't come out on top. But because you play fair and you actually are the person that you present to the world, you know what I mean? Then that's why you always end up kind of winning. Yeah, we got the Page of Wands, okay? So there could be some sort of new passionate project that you could have just gotten in recently. There's a snake on this card, and I heard Diamondback when I was in the bathroom this morning. So I'm going to look it up, okay? Come on. But yeah, you have like this fresh, new, amazing, passionate energy, I feel like you're pulling out all kinds of tricks, all kinds of stunts, all kinds of energies and versions of yourself that people have not necessarily seen before, Like, you're just in a completely different place from where you used to be in the past, where when people was getting away with like blocking you or stopping you, or at least when they thought they were, right? Diamondback symbolism. So it says it represents a mix of danger, unpredictability, and fear, but also transformation, rebirth, and inner wisdom. I feel like somebody wants to be a danger to you and a danger to your life purpose or whatever. And I don't know, maybe they feel like they're able to surprise you, or, they're unpredictable and you never know what they're doing or what they're going to do. But I think you're just very aware of these people. You don't operate out of a place of fear. You've already transformed from that energy. So when it comes to like attacking you or surprising you with some bullshit, it just never happens, okay? It says it embodies raw, untamed desert energy and the potential to navigate transformation and emerge renewed, okay? And this is the kind of thing that you're able to do, okay? It says the Diamondback's shed skin symbolizes personal growth and shedding old beliefs, while its warning rattle can represent self-protection and heightened awareness. Also, I feel like people really do get the warnings is the minute they think about fucking with you. They could get like these nasty gut feelings, or just this overwhelming sense or energy that maybe I shouldn't do this, or like there's always a second thought or a second guess when it comes to these people trying to attack you, but they still try, okay? It says in a cultural context, it can evoke aggression, toughness, and a reminder of nature's perils and unpredictable power, you know. So also I feel like, you know, your power is kind of unpredictable, you know, like people don't really know what to expect from you or how it is that you even protect yourself, you know. But you don't protect yourself. The divine protects you from any and all conflict that might come toward you, okay? Like they catch all that shit for you. You never have to touch an argument or a disagreement with somebody, okay? And this is more Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. So big emphasis on this fire. I'm rolling my eyes because I'm like, low-key tired of folks, okay? I seen the death magic card. Jeez. So somebody could be trying to bring a death to everything. Fuck, I'm so tired of saying that, low-key. Like, people just be haters for no reason. Like, somebody big time hating. But I think it's more of an energy of like they're hating because they look at you like you're small, or they feel like because you're in like the early stages of your life or of your career or where you're meant to go, that it's okay or it's easy or it's safe to fucking attack you or play with your energy, and it just really isn't, okay? Yeah, look, you are a rising star, and this is how they see you, because this is the outside energy, you know. Somebody sees you as a rising star, somebody that's growing, somebody that's evolving, you know. We got lust, okay? Somebody could be lusting after you. They could, like, want to be involved with you or something like that, and maybe that could be part of the reason why they're causing conflict or why they're working so hard to, like, convince everybody that you're never going to be shit, you know. This person could see you as a soulmate, and they feel like you changed and you switched up on them when you decided to ascend, you know, and they're not able to manipulate you anymore. All they can do is just like sit around and think about you and how they want to, you know, come into you, or how they want to like get you trapped in some sort of lustful situation, but they can't because you're too protected, okay? So don't worry about it, okay? Be proud of like your underdog status and just keep that shit in the back of your mind that underdogs always come out on top. You know why? Because they have to work so much harder. They have to put so much more into that shit, and they really be prepared and know exactly what they need to do with it when God brings it in, you know? And I feel like you're 100% prepared for everything that God is about to make happen in your life. And, you know, as usual, people are mad, okay, about your divinity. Like, jeez. Like, they're just hating because you're embracing your divinity. Like, that's really seriously a problem for someone. Yeah. Somebody could be doing divination, trying to find out information about your achievements, or trying to find out about your faith, you know, trying to find out what you're really into. Like, maybe they don't believe that you believe what you say you believe, or that you practice the things you say you practice. This could be some sort of karmic feminine, okay, who's out to like destroy you. This could be some feminine that lusts after you. They want you, like they want to have sex with you, you know, and maybe you don't swing that way or whatever, and they just got a problem. They have become an op to you because you don't want to entertain them on a love level, you know. That's just weird. And that doesn't have to be the case for everybody, but that's definitely what I'm picking up, you know. It could even go the same way for like a masculine, you know, like some guy secretly in love with you, masculine, you know, and they want to like be with you and hug with you and cuddle and shit, but you don't want to do that with them because you don't swing that way. So they just want to attack your life or try to cause conflict or try to stop any passionate new beginnings that you have going because they're jealous, you know. That's stupid. Or because they really love you and they want to be with you. We got priest energy, okay? So somebody could be hiring like some sort of high priest or some sort of obey man or some shit like that, okay? All to attack your gifts and your occupation. Maybe they want to steal your gifts and your occupation, you know, with this thief energy. I feel like when people look at you, they see you in this energy of bliss, even though they see you as an underdog. They just like, okay, well, you underdogging it. Like, I don't understand like why you so happy or why you always smiling, because you're not going along with the false narrative of what other people say is meant to happen for your life. You going along with whatever the divine said is meant to happen for your life, and you keeping your steps and yourself in line with the will of God. You ain't worried about nobody else. So when it comes to all of this bullshit, all of this false energy, all of that hate and ass shit that could even be coming from family members, all of this confusion and illusion they try to throw out there, it never fucking surprises you, and you never fall for the bullshit. And that's why you gonna end up on top, because your emotions and your thoughts, your attention is not put into the wrong things at this time. You're just really focused on building what it is that you need to build, and you don't got time for other people that don't got nothing better to do than to try to tear your shit down or try to make sure you stay under there. Because you're not gonna stay under there. You know, you was never meant to stay up under there. Okay, you always was meant to come out on top, and that's exactly what you were about to do. Okay, let me shuffle this very well. Yeah, look, karma transfer. That's why I said it. Somebody could be trying to like take your energy or put themselves in your spot in some sort of way. They could be praying or worshiping or offering shit to some sort of high level demon. Okay, stupid. So stupid. Yeah, somebody's a psychic vampire. Okay, they want you to think about them and worry about them or stress about them and what is their opinion. But who gives a fuck about their opinion? Okay, elbows and assholes. Everybody got them. It says seeks high vibing victims, moves in for the kill, and drains them dry of their energy. They do not have any sympathy for who they drain. This could also, okay, strangers in reverse. This I was just gonna say. This could be somebody that maybe this could be somebody who, I don't know, always tells you like sob stories or always wants to pull at your heartstrings. This is people and people who know you, who try to impact your situation in unexpected and random ways. But like I said, you don't get surprised. Okay, you never get surprised by that bullshit. You always see it coming, and at the end of the day, they're only harassing you or trying to keep you down where you are because they put you on a pedestal, because they feel like you upper echelon in the spiritual community, and they want to give you a whole lot of jealousy and envy over it and tear you down from the pedestal they placed you on. Like, this is that fan energy. Somebody's a real fan of you, and for that very reason, they want to keep you as an underdog, or they want to keep people looking at you as like you shouldn't be taken seriously, or you ain't like a force to be reckoned with around this bitch. Yeah, we got night visits. Okay, somebody could be trying to like tamper with your dreams, but this person keeps experiencing sleep paralysis every time they try to enter into your dreams. This person also could be very aware of their like entity attachment of these dark forces type of energy that's attached to them at this time, because they keep playing games with this fucking high level demon. Okay, it's a high price to pay for that shit, and I don't think that this person was necessarily ready to pay this price. And it's just like they're just getting more and more mad because you always come out on top, like no matter the situation. Like, they just can't keep you down, baby, and I love that shit. What's a psychic vampire and strangers in reverse? We got obstacles. Okay, no matter what kind of obstacles or what kinds of things they try to throw in your way, how they try to talk shit about you, or how they try to put they 2 cents in on what you're doing, or none of that shit ever works. It says blocks or hindrances placed in your way to prevent you from moving forward, being targeted by those wanting to cause trouble, and blocks. Okay, we got fake guru. Okay, so somebody could be some sort of fake guru. Okay, they could think they're just like all knowing. They think like they could feel like they're like the most powerful psychic in the world or some shit. It's really giving like delusional rapport with the divine. Okay, someone who claims they're one with the universe and was sent to teach and liberate, but they're liars. This is somebody who's like a super duper clout monster. What's pedestal and night visits? Okay, and they could be like attacking, using black magic to attack whatever it is that you do, so that they fake shit could look good or look like it's real or look like the shit that they said is really coming true, because they attacking you with magic in the background. Fucking weird ass folks. Okay, it says the use of magic or energy for evil purposes, evil eye, curses, spells, etc. Brujeria, santeria, voodoo, obe, witchcraft, and marabou. Okay, we got white magic. There's no match for this white magic. Okay, all this shit they do, everything that they do to try to keep you in underdog status, it only propels you forward. Every like negative, I want to say every fucking hate comment, every sour intention, every time they thinking about you wrong or talking about you in any way that isn't in a good way, because you are all good energy, is just backfiring right on the ass and propelling you to exactly where you need to be. Okay, So let me say a special thank you to my haters. Thank you, haters. I love that shit, okay? We got teacher. You could be a beautiful, divine teacher. You know, someone who uses your spiritual experiences and your spiritual gifts and your life lessons to help and guide others, and also to make sure that you remain on the right path. You really are a leader and a positive example for others, and that's why you could never stay on the underneath, okay, baby? That's why you're always going to come out on top, okay? Somebody doing like major candle work, okay? You could use peppercorns, okay? They're really good for defense against dark magic, okay? Yeah, somebody want to be a clone of you, okay? They want to be your mini me and shit. They want to do it just like you, okay? Wish I could be like you. Wish I could be like you. Ooh, but they can't be like you because they made a pact with the fucking devil, with this high level demon. If they wanted to be like you, they'll break themselves and fucking surrender and talk to God and work with God to get them where they need to be, rather than tearing other people down and doing black magic to get ahead, as if that shit ever works long term. I seen the Nine of Pentacles, like they got a real problem with your self-worth, with the way that you love yourself, the way you treat yourself, the way you always happy, the way you always smiling, the way you don't got time to constantly address and argue with them. They got a problem with your calm demeanor, and like I said, how you always come out in a better place. They don't like that shit. What psychic attacks, obstacles, and strangers in reverse? We got the Hierophant, okay? They don't like the God energy in you, baby, okay? They know like who you work for. It's not a question or a doubt about that shit. And that's why they mad. They're jealous. They feel like, the divine doesn't communicate with them in the way that they communicate with you. And so you must be faking. Not them. They could possibly be faking. It must be you. You must be a faker. You must be presenting some sort of energy that does not align with God because you too accurate or whatever. Or they don't resonate with you because they not shit. Okay, what strangers, fake guru and pedestal? We got that Page of Cups, okay? All they got to offer is fishy offers. Like this person is very emotionally immature. Like I said, a straight up clout chaser. They don't know who they are, and they wear other people's energies and present that shit to the world like it's something. And it's really nothing, okay? What's pedestal, black magic, and night visits? We got justice, okay? And we got the Five of Swords. Like I said, this person is holding a grudge about your justice, about your happiness. They know. They a big fan. At the end of the day, they know you're going to come out on top. They know you're going to do what it is that you need to do, okay? So keep doing what it is that you need to do. And don't worry about nothing, nobody else, or nobody trying to attack you. All of that black magic and all of that demon shit, that shit don't got no effect on you whatsoever. None of that shit fly over there. So they can go somewhere and do something, okay? What's the Hierophant? Okay, the devil. They can get the fuck on with that bullshit, okay? I feel like they're really trying to like attach this negative energy that's attached to them to you. Like they trying to like pawn this shit off, or this outcome that they feel that they see for their life onto you, and that shit's not gonna work. You're always gonna come out on top. What's the Page of Cups and the Justice? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio could be significant, heavy on the Pisces, okay? Libra, Gemini, okay? Heavy Libra, and Capricorn is out here. We got the Eight of Wands, okay? This person could want to have some sort of communication with you. Yesterday I was talking about somebody wanting to go back and forth with you. Somebody want to argue with you. They want to pick at you. They want to get you angry. They want you to be, so mad, just like them, because they mad, because you be smiling every day, okay? You give me very happy person type of energy, and it's always gonna be a mad, sad, ugly ass hoe in the background trying to cause some problems or some issues just because they not happy with themselves, okay? It's not me that thinks they're a mad, sad, ugly ass hoe. It's them. Ay. What's the Justice and the Five of Swords? We got the Strength card, period. You're standing in your strength. You're shining the way that you're supposed to be shining. And you need to be very confident about your journey and the way that you're going. And don't ever convince yourself you're an underdog and you stuck where you need to be. I mean, not to say don't ever convince yourself you're an underdog, because we know underdogs always come out on top. And I said proud underdog, but don't convince yourself that like you finna be stuck where you at forever, or like there's no movement happening. There's plenty of movement happening, and this movement is finna happen all up in these people's faces, okay? Yeah, we got the Nine of Wands. You can feel very tired, okay? But I think that you're just keeping shit tempered, and I kind of was having that energy earlier, like, oh, like these fucking people, But I think now is the time of celebration for you, and it's really important for you to just keep your calm and not give in to that hating ass energy. I think at the end of the day, you don't really need anybody else but God, but spirit, but your divine guides to push you forward and to motivate you and to make sure that your ships come in the way that they're meant to come in. So keep paying attention to detail when it comes to you and when it comes to the journey that you're walking, and know that there's some sort of public recognition or some sort of like public validation that's coming toward you, because you're fertile and you're beautiful and you deserve that shit with the Ace of Swords, okay? And you uphold your truth. You receive so much new intellectual property, so many new ideas, so many expansive downloads you get. So like, don't let nobody tell you shit. I feel like this cycle with this person is about to end. This person could be going through a tower, getting exposed for some shit that they done did in the background, okay? Like, this is such a nasty ass person, okay, with a problem with you. But I just feel like you see things very clearly and you're not worried about it, because you recognize the promise that God gave you, right? You recognize the promise that God has, like the things God has promised you in your life. You know that they're coming for sure. You could have got some sort of epiphany. Spirit could be showing you all kinds of different visions left and right in your third eye about where your future is going and what you're meant to attract to yourself. And I feel like these people around you acting like, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. I'm so innocent. I ain't never done a damn thing to nobody. And I'm divine as hell. And nobody can't, like, somebody is really like whiny, okay? Somebody is like stupid. I'm so sorry, but like, I just really don't have no better way to say this, like somebody out of their fucking mind. Like, they off they rocker, okay? Like the cheese is off the cracker, okay? Like, shit, okay? I got a lot of examples like that I could say, okay? But like, somebody is tripping. We got doorways, okay? But these doors are open to you no matter what, because of your devotion to the divine. And it's only a matter of divine time before you move forward, okay? Your loved ones and spirit, they make sure you get any and everything that you need. You never walk nowhere without these loved ones and spirit. And you better believe that when it comes to people attacking you or trying to tear you down before you get to where you're supposed to go, that shit is a problem, and it's not going to fly, and it's definitely going to be handled, and it ain't going to be you that have to lift a finger or say a thing to handle it. So people need to learn how to move different when they talking to you, or when they attacking you, or when they talking that shit behind your back, or when they addressing you like they think they know you or they know what's up with you. Because I don't think they know what they really think they know, What's doorways and time? We got house, okay? You could be about to get a new house, baby. You about to move. You about to move, baby, okay? So get excited, okay? You about to move the fuck up out of Dodge. I think maybe it's been way overdue for you to move out of your hometown. It could be the fact that you're still in your area, or you're still in a certain situation, or you're still around certain people that's kind of like keeping you right where you are. I feel like Spirit don't want to really drop the kind of blessing that you meant to attract in your life while you're in these circumstances. I feel like they're just waiting for a certain chain of events to happen for things to move around in order for them to make sure to show you to put you on top. But I think you just need to keep on going, keep doing what it is that you've been doing, because you're standing in your strength and you're really doing a great job of standing your ground. And it's like there's no one on the outside of you that could convince you that you walk in the wrong way, because you have a very strong, solid connection to God, okay? And it's just very clear within you what you're supposed to be doing. And that really frustrates the shit out of people. What's time and loved ones and spirit? We we got travel, okay? Hello. That sounds like confirmation, okay? You could be moving away, okay? You about to move, okay? You're about to move and start something new in a new place. And I feel like that's when Spirit's going to really bless you with all of these visions that you've been seeing. Whatever you do with your hands, baby, is so beautiful. You could be someone who like draws designs. You could be like a fashion designer or something like this. You know, you could even do something normal, you know, like be a carpenter, or you know, be a plumber, someone who fixes a lot of things. You could be an artist, okay? Someone who creates things with your hands, paintings and, you know, little bracelets and sweaters and outfits and shit like that, okay? I mean, like, I was thinking like knitting, you know, or like crocheting. You could be into doing very physical things that create beautiful things that you're able to make money from, or that you're able to like sustain yourself with, you know. So keep doing whatever it is that you're doing, okay? And don't let nobody talk you out of doing that shit, as long as it makes you happy and you love it and it resonates with your heart. So we got released, okay? It says, when you are upset or frustrated, holding on to the negative emotion lowers your vibration. To release it, journal about your feelings, talk to a friend, or confront the problem. After you release the emotion, your vibration will be elevated. If you keep going back to the problem in your mind, you will keep lowering your vibration. Focus on what is going right instead, and remember, a release of emotion is not a low vibration, it's just a different vibration, you know. And also, I feel like you need to attach positive affirmation to these haters, okay? Like, yesterday I was praying that, like, you know, any naysayers or anybody that wishes to tear me down or that's sending me negative vibrations, that, you know, they find what it is within themselves that allows them to heal and allows them to get to a place where they no longer feel the need to like attack me or talk shit to me, you know. I put that thing completely in my ancestors' hands and ask them to guide to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Pray to God and ask God to deal with it. Completely surrender any and all negativity. Like, that's what I always do. I've gotten into the habit of just releasing those kinds of things because, you know, it really doesn't serve me to hold on to it or to stew over it or to be mad about it. Opinions and assholes, okay? Everybody got one. Everybody's gonna have one. You're always gonna run into somebody with some sort of opinion about what you're doing or what you need to do. When they 9 times out of 10, it be them very bitches that ain't doing shit and ain't trying to do nothing. So don't worry about it. Just release it, express it in whatever way feels comfortable to you, and continue to move forward and do what it is that you're doing, you know? We got vibe holder, okay? So hold that positive vibe, baby. It says, think of someone you love, something that makes you happy, or imagine your favorite place. Holding that feeling, holding it for as long as you can. The longer you hold on to good feelings, the longer they stay, okay? And we got for hard times, okay? It says, having a hard time with the situation, imagine that person, people, or being surrounded by sparkling white, loving light, okay? Just like I just said. You send them people love. Send them the hope of healing, okay? And make sure you add should it be for their highest good so you don't get in the way of your ancestors fucking them up first. It says, make a cocoon of love around them or it. This changes the energy around circumstances, plus it changes you, okay? Every time you send these people who don't like you or who disrespect you or who attack you love, you get that shit back in return, okay? Like, in a big major way. It just improves who you are as a person. It improves your entire soul mission, okay? So please don't waste your time getting mad about a hater that ain't got nothing better to do than to just hate, you know? Don't waste your time getting mad about a hater who got a way worse opinion of themselves than you could ever create for them. What's the final thought on this? We got journey, okay? So focus on your damn journey, baby. It's a beautiful one, and you have made the proper strategy for you to take yourself forward in a major way. You're definitely operating out of your etheric chakras, okay? Receiving lots of downloads and lots of clarity at this time, working very closely with Archangel Metatron, okay? And you're in a place of balance, and that's why these people are coming in with these deceptive types of energies and really thinking that they're like a master of hiding some shit, or of like, you know, getting you all worked up and getting you upset. Like, going. Like, I was gonna say, boy, bye, okay? So, definitely could be some little boy trying to play games with you, okay? We got Healer of the Ages and the Angel of Strength, okay? You are a healer of the ages. You hold so much beautiful strength, and people know you can get by anything that you need to get by to get yourself in a better place in the community. And they know you're gonna do that shit right. They know you're gonna do it with, you know, some morals, with your character, with some honor about you. And they mad about that because they gotta sneak and go in the dark and do all of this negative shit just to prove to people on the outside of them that they worth a little bit of something, when they know they don't even feel that self-worth about they self. Like, somebody need to get their priorities straight and really focus on what's important, because they ain't focusing on what's important, okay? They focusing on you. So, and just open this little page. It says movement, relocation, and travel, okay? It says pack your bags, okay? The journey card foretells upcoming travel or a shift in location. It may be as simple as a vacation, a retreat, or a class, or even a work-related trip. This card could also signal a move of residence or a job relocation. The upright position indicates that the plans should go off without a hitch. Still, be clear about your motivations and mindful of logistics. All of life is a journey, and this card is telling you that you have some exciting and inspiring adventures ahead, okay? Um in reverse, it says you may desire to move or just get away for a while, but the reverse of this card could indicate a delay or even a cancellation, okay? So this person on the outside of you sending all this negative energy, you know, they want to delay and they want to cancel shit for you. They want to cancel you, or try to get you out of the spotlight, or try to make people look at you in a certain kind of way, and they just don't have that kind of power, and they're calling delays and cancellations into their own life. So don't worry about a thing, okay? It says something could be standing in your way. Perhaps lines of communication may get crossed. Don't let the potential changes upset you. Refocus your energy. Be flexible enough to alter your schedule or destination as needed. Remember, you can always create new adventures, even in your present location or situation, you know? And I feel like that's kind of what this person is missing about their life, you know? They're missing that they have the power to create a new destination if they don't like the one that they're headed toward in their life. They have the power to adapt, to be more flexible, to step away from, you know, the black magic and all of the negativity and all of the attacks that they send toward other people, and just work on themselves and making themselves better. And they would be a lot happier than they are trying to tear other people down or trying to make sure they don't get nowhere, you know? So, I mean, just move on and, you know, just send them some hope and some love that they'll get there eventually, okay? It says, the affirmation says, I am attracting wonderful new adventures to me. My life is a blessing, taking me to new places inside and out, okay? So with that, I'm done. I hope you guys have a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day, that you got something that you need out of this, and I will see you later, my love. Bye.